that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Welcome to the number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanic, everybody. Today, special episode covering Tokyo Game Show. It just happened. It finished like half an hour ago. And to talk about it, joined by Ashley Hobley.
I have no idea what just happened.
No, you don't. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
And Thomas Marshall.
I think you would probably have a better idea if they got English native speakers to translate the Japanese instead of Japanese native speakers.
Yeah,
they really do that the wrong way around.
I mean, it's not like they're doing
great.
these speeches off the cuff. I mean, they're probably prepared.
yeah.
They could have
Just give them the script.
translate them beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be translated to English and an English person just read them at approximately the same time or something like that. Give me English subtitles would be better than somebody like fumbling their way along.
Yeah.
And somebody that clearly doesn't play games.
Me and Ash watched it together. For listeners, me and Ash watched the conference together. We'll have a couple reacts, breakouts on the YouTubes at some point. By the time this goes up, probably they're up. That'll be nice. I put in work. I'll have them up. I swear.
Thanks,
Maybe?
Future Dill.
Just tweet at
Future
Viva
me.
Adele if they're not up.
But yeah, it was like, we was kind of like, this fucking woman, like, what is she? Just translate better. We did it. It was like, it becomes a trust issue where you're like, I don't know if she's telling me what even they're saying correctly. Like, she doesn't sound trustworthy at all. She just, like, the tone of her voice, you're just like, I don't know, lady. Is that what he really said?
Did he really say journey that many times?
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, it's like at the end of the show when he's doing the 5-minute speech about one PlayStation in every home, and we'll take you on the journey to have a journey to get one PlayStation, and it's going to be a journey to get all the journeys to get things. Hey, buy fucking Journey. No, we're not sponsored by that game company. No, fuck them. They put the game on Apple TV. Fuck them. But come on a journey with us anyway. It's going to be a great journey. Anyway,
What else did they keep saying? There was another word that they kept saying, and it wasn't quite right. It wasn't packages, but it was something like packages.
was it the reservations in the pre-order for?
There was
Monster
reservations
Hunter?
on pre-order, and there was something else when they talked about having the like special bundles. I think
Yeah.
There was a particular word they used, and I was like, that might be your literal translation, but that's not how we say it in English.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, that's where it's like, if they're reading off a script, just translate the script better before. Anyway, it was the conference as a whole was about as a hot mess as they usually are for English viewers, but that's fine, whatever.
I will say their English, because there wasn't just one lady translator, there was a number of different translators. Their English is far better than my Japanese. I understood a lot more with them there, but yeah, it's hard to say that I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I have seen better live translations on.
What's his name that does the translation for Nintendo?
Yeah, that Nintendo's ones are usually.
I can
like,
see
I
him.
watched the yeah, I don't know his name, but it's like I watched the showcase. What the fuck was it called? Anyway, Nintendo's thing
Direct.
that was on earlier this week. Their direct, yeah, Nintendo Direct earlier this week had zero issues with that shit at all. However, that's like pre-recorded, I suppose, and played over. But come on, I need to not be questioning if what you're telling me is correct. Like, that should be number one priority. Make me not question if what I'm watching is correct. I have trust issues with you lady. Anyway, so let's go through the TGS 2017 Sony PlayStation Conference. Opened. Great opening. Quite like the hype video. I like a good hype video. I don't think we got a hype video at E3 this year, which was disappointing from memory.
No.
Do you remember if there was one?
Not sure.
No, I don't think there was. Disappointingly. So, decent start.
Bill
Then-
Trennan is who I was thinking of.
Okay.
I figured
The
it out.
Nintendo. You didn't figure it out. You just Googled it for the last 2 minutes. Then they went over some console stuff. So we're getting a GT Sport console. And they showed the camo console, which was already announced, I believe, somewhere. So it's like, cool.
Yeah, 60.4 million PS4s sold, which is pretty sweet.
Cool. Yeah.
That's lots of PS4s.
Yeah. I already know
And-
there's lots of PS4s, though.
Yeah, that's true. They seem to be getting two colours that we aren't of DualShock 4s, because there was that they're getting those like the crystal colours that we've had announced, but then there was kind of a silvery one and like a dark blue one, and I was
These
like,
were the controllers.
Translucent.
Translucent.
no,
controllers.
there's the three that are translucent, and there were two that weren't. Like almost one that looked like the 20th anniversary silver.
Oh, the grey one.
And
or whatever.
the grey one and the blue one. I thought the blue one looked hot. It's like a matte dark blue. Yeah.
The one I wanted was the red that's on the Monster Hunter controller from later. I was like, I want that red, but without the
Monster Hunter
graphics and
stuff.
shit on it.
Well, the thing is, when you're holding that controller, you're going to be covering the graphics with your hand, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I want it to look good on my shelf too. In that
Hey.
charging dock station. It needs to
No,
look good sitting there.
Yeah, I guess you do have one of those things, don't you? way to skip to the end, though.
Sorry, we'll get to that anyway. So yeah, if you can, GT Sport console, if you give a fuck, and camo console looks terrible as far as I'm concerned.
Neck,
Disgusting.
bigger. That was great. That was a quote that I wrote down.
I'm glad you wrote down lots of quotes because
Yes,
It
you
was
are
really
getting
nice.
bigger, Neck. And Call of the Duty. That
Yes,
was
Call
the
of
that was the
Duty.
moment that I noticed he does not play games.
the Call of Duty trailer to start the conference, I found quite interesting. To have at the
Yep.
Tokyo Game Show, the Call of Duty
World War II.
World War
World War
II.
II, in which
Trailer.
Japan lost.
I know. I was saying to Ash, I'm like, what? Because it was it was just amusing me hearing all the Japanese voice acting for you're so used to hearing like normal like American like you know, the typical fucking soldier accent on characters or whatever. And then it was just like the Japanese ones. I'm like, what happens when what happens if there's Japanese characters in the game?
Well, like I did write down, I was like, interesting that advertising to Japanese people playing the side that beat them. But I'm sure
The side
Call
that
of
beat
Duty
them, yeah.
World War II is going to do well in Germany. And we got some big Nazi flags in there as well.
Yeah.
So, I was a bit like, oh, hadn't thought about that. Yeah, I suppose the Germans might have, not that they might take an issue, but that they have to battle that
Voice
as well.
battle and
Kill their ancestors.
I think in like Wolfenstein they had to change or something like that. It was like in Germany they didn't have the Swatch sticker or anything like that. So
Yeah, that's familiar
similarly-
actually now you say it.
Yeah. So I suppose they might do the same thing for Call of Duty. Like, it's a bit of naivety to it. Like it happened, but let's just not get reminded. Like, just get rid of that.
That is on an episode of Family Guy. Nothing happened between 1939 and 1945. Everyone was on holiday.
Yeah. Just pretend it didn't happen, but it's in history books if you look really closely. But yeah, just change that. For some reason, it then goes from the COD trailer into Nino Kuni 2 trailer. Mm-hmm. Which I was like, that's a good transition. Yeah, let's just open
Solid
the show and call it. Let's just open the show on Call of Duty and
The most American thing ever.
on the most on literally the most American game. It feels like name a game from Japan. I'd be like, okay, Final Fantasy. Name a game from America. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Like, yeah. But Nino Kuni 2 trailer looks cool. Looks like Nino Kuni. Me and Ash both never finished it. Did you play the first one?
I own the first one, but I've never even put it in the machine.
Oh my goodness!
And
All
that's
three of us need
actually-
to finish it.
I
start it and finish
yeah,
it.
I bought it at Christmas last year. I found it in an EB when I was in Australia, like secondhand, and I was like, "You don't see that around very often." Yeah, I'm going to buy the physical version of that. So I did.
I've still
And-
got it. It's one of the couple PS3 games I didn't trade in when I traded in like nearly my whole PS3 collection.
Yeah. My note is I need to play the first one. 19th of January. We already knew that.
Yeah. It was a cool trailer. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, look at all the
Yeah.
pretty colours and there's stuff happening and there's monsters and it looks like a cool anime and Studio Ghibli. And
They said something about a kingdom, and we've got to sort the
Yeah.
kingdom out.
yeah, the whole time I was watching it, I'm like, probably need to go back and just finish the fucking game.
Yep.
Like, maybe. I've already pre-ordered number 2's collector's edition, but maybe I'll go back and...
They just need to bring it out on PS4. They just need to port it.
Yeah.
I think it's increasingly
South Park.
unlikely that that's going to happen, particularly now that we've had Tokyo Game Show.
It's been a
Yeah.
bit while.
You
It'd be
would've thought
good,
they'd
though.
announce it.
Apparently, well, my understanding is they're not like directly related anyway.
I thought that was like 20 years in the future, like 20 years after the first one, or like some so far down the line after the first game. It's like you don't need to have played the first one. It's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's like it's
I'm
a
pretty sure
non-issue.
they've seen that Cat King before.
Yeah.
one of the shows.
So there's probably, I don't know, I'd have to look into it more, but I'm pretty sure there's like small connections, but that's why I'm like, I'd like to actually go back and just finish the first one because I've got it. I like the game. It's a big fuck off RPG. I don't feel so bad for not finishing because I probably, it's just like, I think
it's
Tomb
like,
Raider came along and fucked
I
me
think
or
it's
something.
maybe 80 to 120 hours worth of
Yeah.
platinum.
So
Nothing
I would-
missable though,
Yeah, which is nice.
which is
It's like,
nice.
I'd
You
like
can just
to
go
go
and play
finish
it.
it,
Yeah.
but if I can't find the time, I'm just hyped about number 2 now. Let's just move
Yeah.
on and get hyped about the Redneck Kingdom.
Old game is old.
Old game is old, and like the $200 collector's edition I pre-ordered, but for a game.
I've got it on my wish list on that game wish list app thing, but I haven't done anything to actually pre-order or buy it, and I'm trying to be good with things like that I know I'm not going to
I
play
have
day one,
been-
which means I can wait until either I'm about to play it or it's on special to buy it. So
I can't remember what made me go, I need that fucking collector's edition, but I think it was like an art book or something where I'm like,
Wasn't there a vinyl in that one?
oh, that was it. Soundtrack vinyl. That was it. That was where I was like, well, you fucked me.
you got me. You
got
got me good.
I pre-ordered the Mafia 3 collector's edition just to get the vinyls that came with that.
Shame it was a shit game.
I thought it was an okay game. I
Well,
liked
yeah.
it. I platinumed it.
That doesn't surprise me. I haven't played it, but yeah, I don't mean
Everyone
shit game.
talks
It
shit
was
on it.
sort of not as
Mediocre.
fully fleshed out world as
No.
people wanted. I hear the story's fantastic.
Story was great. You just had like a bunch of meandering shit in between like story missions, like main story missions and stuff. Cool soundtrack though, which makes getting the vinyl great.
Yay!
I put those on, spin them tail. All right, so after Ni no Kuni 2, we got a Earth Defense Force 5 trailer, which
Yeah.
looked like a PS3 game.
It looked like hot
Garbage.
garbage.
Yeah, didn't it? It did.
Earth Defense Force 5, giant insect game. Looks terrible. Flying frogs, rough animation, clipping through buildings. Poor trailer, December 7th.
I think I said to Ash, I'm like, I hope this is a Vita game. Like, because if it was a Vita game, I would have been like, fair enough. Like, cool.
Oh man, giant insects on my Vita. That's going to be
Yeah.
awesome. But no, it's
But then
like,
they're like, it's a PS4 game.
yeah, 10
Which
frames
makes
a
it-
second in this gameplay that you've recorded to make a trailer.
But it makes it even more confusing when we get further into the conference and they announce a different Earth Defense Force game that doesn't look like hot garbage.
Like my original note was Earth Defense Force again.
Yeah.
And I was like,
why were they showing...
They've got a CG trailer this time. Okay, but no.
And
What,
why were they showing a complete opposite ends of the conference too?
yeah, Earth Defense Force Iron Rain.
Yeah,
And
they're like Earth Defense Force 5 looks so shit. We're gonna put it right at the start, and then we're gonna show you the one that actually looks okay towards the end of the conference. Hopefully, the time gap between the two Earth Defense Force games, you've kind of forgot that the first one we showed you looks like hot garbage.
I thought it was like a port, like a remake or something, but no, it's brand new.
It's a new game.
Yeah, Iron Rain. I don't know if it's like its own standalone thing or if it's some like expansion on 5 that you're going to get in 2018 or whatever, because unforeseen
expansion.
enemies have arrived.
Yeah. Like, what was the line I was making fun of? The one that's in every sci-fi. It was like, war. It's all I've known. Or something like that. It was like the typical line he says. I was like, oh my God. So after the weird Earth Defense Force trailer, we got the exact same Red Dead trailer for some reason that I was like, why is this being shown? Like,
yeah, well, I guess it's got Japanese over it, which might be good for Japan.
It doesn't need to be at the conference, though, does it? Like, just put it on YouTube.
Maybe, but it's kind of interesting that Japan got a Rockstar trailer and nobody in America did at E3.
Yeah, but
Did
we've
they?
already seen it, I suppose.
Oh, maybe they did get an E3 trailer, sorry.
I don't know. No, I don't think they did. They just put it
I don't
online,
think so.
didn't they?
Did they?
This trailer just dropped online, and now they've shown that trailer at TGS for some reason. I don't know. It's really confusing. It is
Because
interesting.
Sony and Rockstar are still friends, and we're going to get the Agent game exclusively on PS4 next year. Yay!
I don't even know. I wouldn't go that far. Although it does kind of go. It does kind of go to prove that there must be some kind of relationship behind the scenes
Yeah,
there.
probably
My
exclusive
money is on
DLC. Exclusive
somebody.
forces.
Horse armor.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
Somebody on Gaff has already taken this to mean that Agent is
Sure they
coming in
have.
2018.
It's a very big jump of conclusions to be making.
It is a little bit.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
I'm
with
going to
that.
be I'm going to be interested to see if that was actually any different to anything we've seen. I'm pretty positive that it was the same trailer, but Nick seemed kind of excited that it was something new.
No, he shared in our chat a link to something that leaked before the conference that was apparently actual gameplay, which the link has now been taken down. So I don't know if that was fake or something. However, what he was on about wasn't shown in our conference. And he was saying it was shown in the pre-show conference like roll, to which
Yeah.
I was like, I was staring at that fucking YouTube for like 2 hours nearly, and they did not have a
Anything.
gameplay run before the show started. So I call fake hoax bullshit stories. Stop sharing shit with us, Nick. Just check your fucking sources.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Nick.
Kotaku.
Facts straight.
Go to bed already. It's after 9.
Weren't you supposed to be at the cinema watching Mother anyway?
Put your phone
the
away. It's
review
rude.
for- Check out my review for Mother on explosionnetwork.com/reviews. All right, so next game after that was
Little
Dynasty
M.
Warriors
Dynasty Warriors 9
or 8.
or 8 if you're in
explain-
Japan. But it's
Explain the why it's 9 here and 8 there.
I don't know quite why. I guess that the first Dynasty Warriors game, as we know it, was not Dynasty Warriors in Japan or whatever they decided to call it. So yeah, their numbering in the Shin Sengoku Muso 8 series is
Yeah. Yeah.
is well in that without the number in that series is different to ours. So we're
Well,
on 9. Fantastic music as always.
I was about to
Looks
say,
like-
if people that listen to the show since the start should know by now, because I'm pretty sure for the first 5 episodes that you were on, or you was on for the first 4 or 5 episodes of Platinum Row, and every episode it was still on that God Seekers, still on that God Seekers,
playing
still on
God
that God
Seekers.
Seekers. So yeah, as the resident Exposure Network Dynasty Warriors fan, please take the
man.
stage, sir.
I don't know what I can harp on about for too long. I was intrigued about climbing up on the building and jumping off and wrecking fools from there because I've not seen that before, and I was kind of like Zelda style climb anywhere because it's an open world now that they've not really talked too much about. There's a shot of a map that had basically all of China and split by the different areas of who's controlling where at a particular point. So I'm interested to see if that's a map that like updates dynamically as you go and basically kill the other
Take out them
generals and
Far
stuff
Cry
like that.
outposts.
Like Shadow of Mordor.
kind of outposty.
Shadow of Mordor, yeah.
And then actually, Shadow of Mordor is a kind of a good point. Like, I don't know if it's going to be all an open world or whether each of those regions are going to be like
Maps inside
open map sections that you go in and do whatever the hell you want. And then there's sort of some kind of loading between those sections. But yeah. I'm pretty excited for that game. Early 2018. That's the first time it's been dated in any respect. So, Yeah, I'm just now like, oh, I hope that doesn't fuck with Red Dead or God of War or anything else that we're supposed to be getting in early 2018.
I really don't believe the audiences cross over much.
No, it's just for Tom. It's only Tom's
no,
concern.
I do.
Yeah.
I am the person inside that Venn diagram. Just the lines kind of just kiss the circles, and that's me.
A couple of pixels.
And the slither in the middle. Yeah.
Which one would you pick if they're all out on the same day? Which one are you picking up? Red Dead, God of War, or Dynasty Warriors?
Well, I'm picking up all three of them. I'm gonna.
Which one were you going to play first?
I'm probably going to play Red Dead first and the most.
What's the second pick? Number 2 then.
Number 2 is probably going to have to be God of War. Because
Okay, so you're not a big Dynasty Warriors fan. You're a fake fan.
I feel like God of War is going to be 8 to 10 hours of going in a straight line.
You really think that? I don't think so.
Well, it might be longer than 8 to 10 hours. Yeah. It might be closer to 12 to 15, but it's not like big open world. We got told it's like one camera shot the whole time.
So it can't be.
So it's like one big long cinematic, basically. It's not like a big open world. So I think that's going to be the thing to knock off the list afterwards, and then I've got all the time in the world to play as much Dynasty Warriors as I want.
For the rest of 2018. What you been playing this week, Tom? I'm up to hour
Dynasty
200 of
Warriors
Dynasty Warriors. How close are you to the plat? Oh, I just need to do 20 more playthroughs on this character to unlock all the weapons and...
There'll be a gold trophy for unlocking all the weapons, and it's the fucking worst trophy. It's so bad. Yeah, they always have some kind of like level 10 or max level weapon that you have to unlock, and it's by a particular character on the hardest difficulty, going through A, B, C, D, E kind of steps to unlock these things. Like,
Jono might be able to surpass you next year on trophies then.
No.
He's still going to be playing 2K. See, yeah.
Oh,
nope.
You're going to secret plans?
I'm withholding that information. Well, because he listened to it last time.
Yeah, Jono listens sometimes.
And he claimed that there was no sort of challenge going on. Oh. Bullshit, Jono. Bullshit. You said within 52 episodes that you would be able to surpass me, meet my level.
What episode did I say this was? 27?
This is 26.
26.
So we are actually... We're on the halfway point, and I'm floating around the 1.5 levels ahead of Jono, where I was 1 level ahead of him when he set the challenge. So
need to put in some work, Jono. Jesus.
Need to put in some work, but 2K's out now, so
you're fucked.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here, buddy. And I've got like 4 Telltale games to catch up on.
Talking about Telltale, so. Good job. Segue, the next trailer shown was Minecraft Season 2 for some
I
fucking
didn't even
reason.
mean to do that.
No, you didn't, but as the good host, I took my opportunity to do it, so...
Stop me talking about Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah. So they showed Minecraft Season 2 trailer for some weird reason. Apparently it's not out yet. I thought it was out, or maybe it's not out in Japan.
It's not out
that
in
would
Japan.
be weird.
Yeah, it's out here.
They're just waiting to do the... But the part I found most interesting is, I'm like, really? A Telltale game? Like, are they popular over there? Like, it must be. Like, it has to be, surely. For them to show it
you
on
can play it on your
stage.
mobile phone. Or your Vita. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not this one, but...
Everybody loves Minecraft, though. That's, like, ubiquitous worldwide. Apart from my notes where I took down 4 letters. DGAF.
Do not give a fuck?
Yep. Don't give a fuck.
I've yet to start the first season. I own it. I haven't started it.
Easy
I'll play it. Harder than other Telltale games because there's fucking like 1 missable trophy per episode. Like Wolf Among Us, you actually have to pay attention for one thing.
Oh, dang.
Get out of here. Just give me these Walking Dead, just finish the fucking chapter ones.
I didn't know that Wolf Among Us was like that as well.
Yeah, you have to like, there's like certain, like, it's not hard. Like, you can miss one. Some you literally can't get. You have to like reload and make a different decision to get like a specific like character entry or some weird shit like that. The next thing shown was Dissidia NT. I can't remember the game's full fucking name. It's like Final Fantasy Dissidia Final Fantasy NT blah 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 blah. Anyway, it's a new Dissidia game.
I just wrote Dissidia 2.
Yeah, well no, it's number 3.
Is it?
Yeah, there's 2 on
I
PSP.
thought I'd seen 2. I thought I saw 2 in the start.
There was 2 on PSP.
Yeah.
Because there was because don't forget there was Dissidia Duococcum or
I had forgotten.
Anyway, I was talking. No, you didn't play them. Ash didn't play them. I'm the only person that played them. I like the Dissidia games. I'm excited for this.
It's got Noctis.
So
they've added Noctis.
What was intriguing to me, like there wasn't. It seemed that the gameplay that they were showing, or cutscenes or whatever, were English voiced and mouthed cutscenes.
Yep, because it's got a worldwide release date and it comes out early next year. So
January 11th, yeah. But like the Japanese that you were hearing was not matching the lips of the people, which was interesting. After this, my note was basically against Call of Duty, which was Japanese people not matching. Well, that makes sense because it's like a Western game, and then this Dissidia game, I was like, it's also not matching. That's kind of odd.
Yeah. It's an arcade port too. Like it's
that could just be how Japanese people talk.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
What, like ventriloquists?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they don't, Ash. What I was also intrigued by, that Final Fantasy 30th anniversary banner thing. Have we seen that officially yet?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
So.
I guess the internet would have blown up more if we hadn't, but I only remember seeing it around. There was like that leaked rumor thing that like Vita was getting a Final Fantasy 1 through 11,
which I would
single
lose my
cartridge.
I would lose my
sort of
holy baloney's. Yeah, I would have lost my shit if that was the actual thing.
And like. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like some insane package that I was like, I haven't played a Final Fantasy game, but I'll probably buy that for my Vita, and then I won't need to buy another Vita game for the rest of my life.
No.
You still type it in and it comes up, but I don't think it was ever confirmed. It says like it's released. It'll contain Final Fantasy 1 through 9.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. But yeah. That's not going to be happening because that was supposed to come out this year if it was ever going to happen. And guess what, guys?
Oh, was it?
We're in September.
Yeah.
So...
Well, they could just drop it on you.
Fucking drop it on me.
PSX.
Wow.
Out now.
So I'm excited for Dissidia because it's just a Final Fantasy game where if you like Final Fantasy characters, you get to have Final Fantasy characters from other Final Fantasy games fight other Final Fantasy characters. It's exciting. Next trailer shown, Shadow of the Colossus.
New trailer.
Remake. It's a remake. I suppose.
Re-something. Yeah.
Re-something.
The Blue Point one.
The Blue Point one, which Jack reckons is never coming out, as I'll never forget, so that when it does come out next year, I can go, remember when you said that wasn't coming out, Jack? Yeah, you fucking dickhead.
Because 2018...
They had at least 7 Colossi done. So that's like...
Yeah, that's like
7 parts of the game. Yeah.
Just release half of it and do the second half as DLC. Just make that 2018 release date. It's fine. It's fine. It's not an issue.
I still haven't played that game.
Neither have I.
No.
I own them both on PS3, and I went through...
Same.
And I played Eco maybe... It's probably actually a year ago now. I played that for the first time. And I quite enjoyed it. Like, I just sat down and played it over the course of a weekend.
They're all short.
November 2017. And I think it's one that I need to just sit down and... 2016. I need to sit down and go, I'm playing it this weekend, and I don't care about trophies. I'm just in this for the game that people absolutely adore. You're
like,
about it.
I like how you have to talk it up as a thing. Like, I'm just gonna sit down and just play the video game. shocked, like, you know, as they used to back in the day.
Yeah.
When we were children.
Before trophies ruled the world.
But you know what I mean, though. Like,
Yeah.
you can quite easily get caught up in, like, checking a guide and spoiling it for yourself and all that sort of bullshit. It's just like, forget about it, sit down, enjoy yourself. It is what it is.
Yeah. Maybe
You gotta do
wait
that
till
sometimes.
wait till this remake comes out, and maybe they'll fix the button layout.
Well, I already
Which
bought
is-
it on PS3. Seems like a waste not to, and then I'd have to buy it again for probably $70 or something on PS4.
fuck.
That's true.
But 4K.
Yeah?
Did you see that Colossus fall down? It was very pretty.
Look at all them dust particles.
I did see the Colossus fall down, and it looked like the ground broke before his hand hit it. And I was like, it's definitely a PS3 game.
So next
PS2
game
actually.
shown-
Oh, yeah, it was PS2 Yeah.
PS2 game, yeah. Next
I
game
just own
shown
it
was
on
Dragon's Crown Pro,
Pro.
which is a ridiculous name, and I'd like something a bit more extravagant or something. I don't know. I'm just looking for something more, I guess. Did you play this on the Vita? No?
Nope.
I
No one's
did.
played- You did? That's who I was fucking asking.
Well, I know, but I know that Ash is here as well, and I was giving him opportunity.
It's important to know that I did not.
I know
I
Ash
did.
didn't. I watched the conference with him.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think about that. I did play Dragon's Crown on Vita. I didn't play a whole lot of it, and I didn't particularly enjoy it.
Was it because they were not wearing any clothes?
No, that was the reason I stuck around as long as I did.
The character design on the female character is fucking
It's
ridiculous.
It's
Ridiculous.
insane.
Her boobs are so big, they would be a medical condition. Like, it's not.
You cannot stand up straight with those.
Yeah, it is something. However, pushing that aside, gameplay mechanics, it was a good game.
I
It was
think
a good side-scrolling.
I didn't give it enough time, possibly.
I did a couple playthroughs of it or whatever.
Yeah, well,
It's the type of game you play through levels over and over and shit like that.
yeah, I think I wasn't maybe interested in that at the time. Like I think Colin reviewed it for IGN.
I think so.
And reviewed it reasonably favorably, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Yeah, I can give this a go. Like, see what it's like." I don't know if I even finished it or something like that, or like one set of the levels or something like that, or a particular area. I finished.
Credits do roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I finished a particular amount, and then it was like, oh, I'm supposed to be going and doing this like in a party with other people online, and then I was like, nah, fuck this, I'm out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
enough.
it's cross-play with PS3 and Vita versions.
Yeah, I assumed it was like cross save, and that's what the whole triangle they showed with Vita 4 and 3 was.
Very-
Yeah, I guess that was like previously you could take your save between PS3 and
Vita,
Vita.
yeah.
Now you can take it between all three, which is kind of cool.
You probably have to buy it again though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But
would
I
be
think
shit.
I've got my save in the PS Plus cloud.
I'd assume I do as well, because I'm pretty sure anytime I've deleted something off my Vita, I've uploaded my save to the cloud. Like, maybe one day, upload save, delete game.
Two things that I didn't, or at least two things I know explicitly I didn't. Uncharted Golden Abyss.
Oh, yeah, I never did that, because I'm never coming back. So
No, I platinumed it. I'm never going back, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having the save file, just, and what's MotorStorm RC?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that I've got like
Didn't you say the
80% of
other day you
trophies.
wanted to go back and try and platinum that?
Yeah, because I've
Didn't upload your save?
I didn't upload my save, no.
You fucking fool.
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. But I've downloaded it on my Vita again. Maybe I'll give it a go.
Good game.
Because I managed to get all but the... have a time of under 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, across all the races.
Yeah, across all cups, have your time under 40 minutes. So it's like one gold trophy I'm missing that for some reason I just like rage quit and deleted, and pretty sure I don't have that save anymore.
Oh dear. Moving on. Next trailer shown was
25th of January, I don't think we said. Which
for what?
For Dragon's Crown.
That's the date.
25th. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the date next year it's coming out.
Final Fantasy 9 is coming to PS4.
Now?
I'm very excited. Now, maybe. I don't know. Let me just check Twitter one more time. I just see if it's live on the go. No, I can't see anything. This fucking...
Give it a refresh.
Give it an old refresh.
Nah,
I've been
PlayStation
waiting.
New Zealand says no.
These fucking motherfuckers. So it's out either way. It's out in Japan. That's can be like I saw that much. I saw the Japan PlayStation also like tweet that it's out now or something. And at the end of the trailer, it says like it just comes up like PlayStation Store. So it's like it's now. Go get it. To which I'm like, there shouldn't really be any reason why they should get it before us, or like we should have to wait. Or like it should just be like it's out everywhere. Like it's fine because it's a port from the PC release. So the game's done.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's a port from the PC. It's exactly the same as the Final Fantasy VII that we got earlier in the year, which is a PC port with added trophies and like the ability. I presume it'll have all the stuff that does as well, which is like where you can speed up the battles, make the combat easy as all fuck, so you can just experience the story, I suppose, and all that sort of gobbledygook. But Final Fantasy 9,
with the terrible sprites and stuff, or is that the good one?
what 9 or 7?
No, the PC port.
No. The PC port's just the like PS1 version. It's not like the actual remake. It's
what I think I'm thinking
higher
of
res
is
sprites.
the phone ports were like terrible backgrounds and shitty sprites.
Yeah, no, it looks it looks fine for what it is. It still looks like a PS1 polygon garbage looking funny characters shit. Final Fantasy 9 will look better. Final Fantasy 9 will look way better, I reckon, on your big TV than Final Fantasy 7 ever did, because the character models don't look like crap. They hold up a lot better. And the CGIs in Final Fantasy 9 will probably hold up a lot better too. I remember from memory they have really stiff animation in some of them, like that's kind of an issue, but the music's great and the art and stuff looks really good. Final Fantasy 9 is probably, I'd say, is the best Final Fantasy. So it's exciting for people who haven't played it. I'd suggest playing it. I also think it's the easiest Final Fantasy to get into. It's got like the most simple mechanics. It's got some of the coolest characters. It's also got like one of the darkest emotional stories, I suppose. But it's also like the least complicated ridiculousness of them all. Like it doesn't have too over the top characters. All the characters are pretty grounded and realistic. I think when they made it, it was supposed to be actually the Final Fantasy. There was a point in time where it was like, this might be the last one. So it was kind of a last hurrah, try and make the last one the best of everything we've made so far. So they made Final Fantasy 9. So I'm excited. I keep fucking checking Twitter and shit because if it's out, I'll buy it ASAP. Because they showed the PlayStation themes and all that shit, and I'm like, I want that.
Apparently, it's been classified in Pete.
Oh, so Final Fantasy 9 Digital Edition is a bundle available on the PlayStation Store right now. If you go store.playstation.com, it is 34 New Zealand dollars.
Okay, so how much Australian would that be? Like $30?
Probably $30, yeah.
I'm down. I'm 100% in. Because if it's like
Do you need a clean set of underwear now?
No, I'm good, but I'm very excited because it's a great game. And if it's like 7 and I can just speed up the battles and all that bullshit, I can just play through the story and like get trophies for the game. Because I've already played through it several times in my life. But I'm down for playing through it like speedy again. I started doing that with 7, but I'd have a higher interest in doing this one on speed mode than 7.
I'm also now intrigued to see what war mode is in Ghost Recon Wildlands. There's an open beta.
What the fuck are you looking at?
I went to store.playstation.com and it's like there's a beta listing for it, like available now.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah, I've
news
not
story
heard of
about
it.
this like a week ago.
Wow,
I didn't
well,
click on it because I didn't give any fucks because it was Ghostlands. I think it's a PvP mode.
It's
That's what it looks like it.
I think isn't that the
It's a-
4v4
battle royale
deathmatch.
mode or something?
Yeah, it's a battle royale mode.
4v4 deathmatch.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Sticking to
not a battle royale.
TGS.
Cool. Well, it's not
next-
their PUBG or anything like that, so...
No.
No.
So after the Final Fantasy IX, they showed a bunch of trailers for what I assume are visual novels of sorts, dating sim looking fucking anime games and stuff like that. That's cool. Yep.
Code Realize, and then it
Yep.
was like diabolical versions, and then
Yeah.
third thing, and I'm like, I don't understand what the third thing
No.
is, because it's obviously had a third thing, and then the fourth thing was variable barricade, so there's like 4 versions of this game or something fucking weird going on.
I don't know. A whole
happening
bunch of shit
with
there
Code
that none of
Realize.
us.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of shit there none of us care about. So fuck that. The next thing they showed was me and Ash was assuming it was a Hatsuno Miki game or Naka,
Yeah,
however you say it.
Hatsune Miike.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It turned out to be some rhythm
Stellar
stage or like a stellar stage rhythm game. I
Idolmaster.
presume. Yeah, something. Idolmaster.
Something.
Don't know.
It looks
It's
like
available
American
on the
Idol.
21st of December, and something happens on the 19th of this month, which I assume is pre-order for it.
You know,
When
if it's
they
a, if
update
it's a,
PlayStation Store.
if it is a rhythm game, and it's all right or something, I'm interested to read more about it because I actually like rhythm games. So, especially if it's on the Vita, but it's not going to be on the Vita. Next thing they showed was Mobile Gundam 2, to which I said, "Oh, sorry, I missed the classic Mobile Gundam 1. My bad. I didn't know." And this is the point in the conference where I believe they just started showing like 10 mech trailer games in a row.
No, I think that was like the one thing was Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2 coming 2018, and then it got into VR. So you might have mistaken that for
What?
various things. According
No,
to
they
my
show-
notes,
They show a whole bunch of mech games after this.
they do, yeah. After VR.
Yeah.
Well, there's some in VR.
There's some
Let's
in
not
VR.
get ahead of ourselves.
It's
So going
just
into-
mech time.
Going to PSVR, I think the first one we got was the Arc Park. After like a montage video, just showing a bunch of games we already knew about and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Did we?
They showed a couple
Oh yeah,
things here.
hype reel.
Yeah, hype reel of VR.
So much horror.
They did show a whole bunch of horror stuff, to which I was like, I don't know what that is, but cool. I don't know what that is, but cool, because I'm down to play horror games. They didn't really. That was all just in the hype reel though, so it's like whatever.
Yeah,
But-
and then old Duty McDude said they got greater supply, and there's a new camera and headset bundle, which I guess is the same as the one that
The same as
America
the one
have had
that-
recently,
Yeah.
which is not really a price drop, but you get the camera for free.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. It works out way cheaper than if you don't own the camera and stuff already, like the amount it costs to invest in the headset, plus the camera, plus the move controllers, plus the blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, you've spent
Every
like
little bit
$1,000.
helps.
Every trophy counts.
Every trophy counts. Oh, I'm pleased we both thought that.
Yeah, so they know the VR stuff, and then Arc Park, which looked like a huge Jurassic Park ripoff to me. In fact, we were so dead set certain it was a Jurassic Park game because they go through the gates and everything.
I thought that I actually wrote down originally Jurassic Park because I thought
Yeah.
the gates had a Jurassic
The
Park logo
Jurassic
on
Park symbol, so did I.
Someone's
And I
getting
was
sued.
like, oh, yeah, I was like, oh, for the basically until the end of the trailer, I was like, this is that
Until they
game
started
announced
shooting
at
the
micro-
dinosaurs.
Yeah, I was like, this is the game they announced at the Microsoft conference, the Jurassic Park Tycoon one. They're showing it. Cool.
Yeah. I was excited for that.
Yeah, I was like, show me the Tycoon game. And then it's like, oh, guns. Oh. It's
Oh.
a, what? Oh. And it's like, comes up Arc Park. I'm like, oh. So it's like Arc Survival Park game.
Yeah, it's some kind of expansion or another game in the like Ark Survival
Universe.
Evolved or whatever it is. Yeah,
Whatever
in
it
the
is.
universe.
However-
And then I was like, is it a shoot
It looks like
dinosaurs
a full-player
tower
co-op.
defense game?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Kind
Yeah,
of.
like
a
it-
top-down shooter type one, maybe.
Well, I don't even I not even sure about that, because if it's like the Ark, Combat Evolved or whatever it is, or fucking whatever, isn't that first person?
Yeah.
I'd assume it's just at like first person, and instead of being another mode in that game, it's, well, we'll just release this as another game.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And we'll rip off Jurassic World quite heavily. Also known as Jurassic Park World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not actually called that.
No, it's not actually called that. They showed a whole bunch of generic-looking VR games, including one that I wrote down just because it was called Gungrave, but the name sounded like so dark. It's like Gungrave, but then the gameplay looked like a fun, silly game.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gungrave is a 2002 third-person shooter that was released on the PS2.
Never heard of it.
Wow.
I know. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Revitalizing all the wrong franchises.
Yep. The game everybody was asking for.
I made 2 notes. The first one was nah. The second one was coming soon. Okay.
They got the cat game coming. What's it called? Nico Asume?
Matsu.
Yeah.
Neko.
Neko in Japanese is cat, so it's Neko something.
It's Cat Collector. It's a mobile game.
You missed
quite popular.
Possibly the most exciting game of the entire conference in there.
I've got more.
Well, between Gungrave and the cat game.
I might have them in the wrong order, but I've got more. Just talk about the fucking cat game.
I was going to talk about the train game.
Yeah, I'm getting to the train game. That's last.
I can't believe they've made a live action movie of this cat game. Apparently,
Yeah.
This cat game's
pen.
big. It's
it's just
big
like,
in America too, I think. It's an iOS game.
you need to give it a go.
Maybe I'll download that.
I don't know if it's here, but
Now that Next Quest doesn't work since I upgraded to iOS 11.
God damn it, Apple.
No, it's goddamn it Sony for not supporting their fucking game.
And apparently I had these in the wrong order because after that, A-Train Experience or Expo or whatever the fuck this garbage is called.
A-Train Express Edition.
Yep. And then it has the subtitle, which I didn't write down fully, but it was like train simulation, something, blah, blah, blah. It honestly...
Like city builder or urban builder or something.
Urban development, yeah.
I could watch that trailer on like my TV on repeat as like a way to get to sleep at night. I think that's what that was.
I think
also,
you're right.
VR. If you ever want to
a
fall
VR
asleep
game.
in a VR headset.
When it came up, actually, I was like, oh, I wonder if this is going to be like a Cities Skylines in VR or SimCity type thing, because actually that would work. That would be kind of cool. I would do some of that if I could, like, 2 move wands fucking be like Godmaster in my SimCity game. That'd be really sweet. But yeah, it turned out to be some
Weird train game
thing.
Shitty train game. It really is a terrible trailer, and it just looks boring.
I know.
It looks like I couldn't believe it.
Apparently, A-Train is like a massive series in Japan. So,
fucking good
well,
on
you
know. Zone of the Enders, second runner remake, coming 2018, and it's going to be fully playable in VR.
Is that potentially the one that I wrote Gundam VR? Question mark.
It's Zone of the Enders.
2018.
probably that was definitely a mech game.
Was watching this trailer and I'm like, oh fuck, another mech game. Look, it's a mech game. And then it comes up the classic revitalized. I'm like, never heard of this classic, don't recognize it. And then by then it's like, I see like tiny text like Zone of the Enders. I'm like, oh yeah, I know people like Zone of the Enders. I've never played any, but I know that's a thing that's popular. I'm sure someone's happy. Sure.
Might be lots of Japanese people that are happy.
Wasn't this the game? Like, everyone brought Zone of the Enders 1 or 2 to get the Metal Gear Solid demo back in the PS2 days.
Oh,
I think
that
was
sounds
the game.
right. Yeah,
that is the
sounds
game.
familiar.
It was the first or second Zone of the Enders, because it's a Konami game, that everyone brought to get Metal Gear Solid 3 demo or 2, whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, that's basically why I know Zone of the Enders. So I don't know if it's actually classic or it's considered a classic because so many people brought the fucking game to get a demo.
Yeah.
Like,
What
that's
else was
Star Wars.
that? Like, Oh no, that reminds me of whatever the film was in 1999 that had the first
The trailer for
episode one, for Phantom Menace, that people would buy tickets to go see that movie,
the trailer,
watch
and
the
then walk
trailer,
out.
and then leave.
Yeah. It's so weird to think about shit like that pre-YouTube and the way we have everything now. It's like ridiculous.
Zone of the Enders is the game version of the episode one
episode one
trailer.
So next thing they showed for VR was, I didn't catch a name for it because I don't think it had one, or maybe I missed it. But it was like the musical watch orchestra performances of game soundtracks while you watch like gameplay music videos, and have the cats, which are really popular in Japan, but I can't remember the name of the cats. They bounce around, popping around in your world. I think they're called Tokaido or Toku or something.
the cat. I'm pretty sure he was in Battle Royale, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's big. He's a big mascot there. Yeah. He's got his own games and everything.
I think it was Japan Studio VR.
Yeah. Is that just the name of it? Because I read that. I was like, oh, Japan Studio VR. I was like, oh, so they're just saying it's a game being made by Japan Studio. It's a VR, but they haven't named it.
No. So it was earlier this year. They had a big orchestra performance thing playing songs from all of these Japan Studio games.
Yeah, and apparently it's called Japan Studio VR Music Festival.
There you are.
That's a terrible name, but
it rolls off the tongue.
Maybe it sounds better in Japanese?
Nope.
Fair point.
I highly fucking doubt it.
No, because I'm pretty sure Japan Studio is it's like a katakana. It uses like an English word that they've put into Japanese syllables. So I took down Gravity Rush 1 and 2, Wild Arms, the cat game, Shadow, Last Guardian, Eco.
Yep.
Available.
Yep.
Was it available 20th of September?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
like
so that's that's like PlayStation Network refresh this week. We can go and listen to this.
I highly doubt it'll be out here.
It might be.
I hope so, because I'd actually like to play with that or watch it or whatever word you want me to use.
Experience
that. Thank you. I'd like to experience that, but yeah, I don't know if it'll actually be out here. But I hope so. I'd like to experience.
Soon find out.
To experience that. It looks cool. That's the kind of thing I could get down for VR. I'm always interested in VR experiences that are outside just games and stuff like that's cool. So the next thing they talked about was some news VR thing that I didn't understand what the fuck it was on about at all. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I had no idea. It said news VR.
News.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
Apparently there are like 360, I think, videos and images that you can go and pretend that you're the reporter or something. He said it was some particular newspaper, like
that we don't know. That's assumably popular or something.
The Tokyo Tribune, or I think it was actually like Osaka, like some newspaper that are delivering news content.
Doesn't matter.
VR.
We're definitely not getting this. So who cares?
And we're not getting Nico either.
What's Nico?
That was like the anime.
The next thing. Yeah, I just wrote down what the fuck some cartoon show of a character in a butt is my note. Is that what we're talking about?
No, we're not.
Right. So they've got like an anime channel on the PS4.
Oh, the 24-hour anime channel.
No, because that was Animax, which is something different. So
okay,
my only note then is Nico, whatever that is. I guess it's some.
No, that was the cat game.
That's
where I had it before. Nico was the cat VR game.
No, because I wrote kids games when we got to there. I was like, oh, sweet, some kids games in VR, and then I wrote nope, black thing with ass out.
Yep, that's my what the fuck cartoon.
That was. We had some PlayLink games before then, and we had Animax, which is 24-hour anime channel. And then we got the black thing.
I forgot about the PlayLink. That was a cool trailer for Hidden Agenda.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, this is. Oh fuck, this is actually cool. I'll have people around to play that.
I've been trying to talk this up. Like, I haven't played it for ages, but from the get-go, I was like, this is a fucking cool idea.
Yeah.
Straight away. Because I was like, it's been made by Supermassive. No. Like, I'd read about it and seen, like, trailers. And, like, just reading the general idea, I was like, Okay, so it's been made by Supermassive. So it's basically you're going to play like an Until Dawn, not quite, but like Until Dawn-esque game quality. And then you can sit around and it's the mole. Someone's job is to fuck it.
Yep.
It's cool. It's a cool idea. I
Yeah.
like it. It's like a Telltale game thing, but like someone's job is literally to try and fuck everyone over. And I like
Is
it.
it-
And
do we
I
know when
hope
it's
we can
out?
play together. Even if we all have to buy it separately or someone.
Yeah, if we have to buy it separately and we can play from different rooms, that's awesome. But I was thinking
Yeah.
like if
With
the
friends over and
games
stuff, yeah.
if the games are like 90 minutes or something like that, we could like have a game during Extra Life if it's out before then. I don't know when it comes
I
out.
think I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, Yeah, it's out. It's out September, October. It's out something like that. They have Hidden Agenda come out one day, and then like a day after they have another PlayLink game come out. Supermassive made like a trivia one or something as well.
Oh, yeah.
So they're coming out. How? Yeah. So
I need to go
looks
back
cool.
and play some more of the other one for trophies as well.
Yeah. I like this PlayLink.
Oh,
stuff.
man.
There's cool ideas you can do. What?
Nothing. I'll bring it up
You
later.
better tell. It better be relatable. No, you fucking. All right. So yeah, PlayLink. What the character with Bart showed a bunch of anime stuff. They showed a fighting game trailer. I thought it was like King of the Fighters. Ash informed me later that he found out it was Fist of the North Star. To which I said, "Yeah, cool. I've heard of that."
Which
they
one
then
was that
showed the
That was the one with the
fighting game.
guy
Oh, yeah.
making martinis.
Yeah,
I
who
read
has made martinis by shaking
fighting
around
game
really
question
fast.
mark plus
Yeah.
cocktails and dating.
Yeah, my theory on that game was that it was a cocktail making game, and the fighting was like the
Bonus.
smaller part of the game. Yeah, like
Side
the main
quest.
part. Yeah, the main campaign is making martinis. That's all I want. I'll play it then. After that, we did get the Earth Defense Force Iron Rain bullshit for some weird reason.
Another Earth Defense.
It looks much better.
Yep. 13 Sentinels Aegis Iron, which was another mech, anime mech looking game thing. Lots of mechs this year.
Coming on
See?
Vita.
It's coming on Vita, so I might play it just because it's a Vita game.
That
so
I
it's not
think
dead.
is one of the most. I think that was the first mention of new game on Vita.
For Vita, yeah. Well, they
I
also
think.
announced earlier today fucking Galgun, which I never played, but it's just interesting because they announced Galgun 2 is coming to Switch and PS4.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not Vita, so everyone's, oh, that's it. The Vita's dead.
Yeah, I saw Willie was quite happy with that.
Yeah. I mean, I have zero interest in playing that game, the first one or second one, but interesting nonetheless. They showed a Detroit Beyond Human trailer, which looked like a mix-up between the 3 trailers we've seen so far, like with the different characters.
I think we've seen that trailer before that ends with them all like saying the
With
same
a shot
line
of
at
them
the
all.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely had that previously.
So that was just another Detroit. It's coming next year, maybe.
Maybe
whatever.
we sort of promise possibly.
And then they showed another mech game, which is New Virtual On, which looks to be like a PvP mech fighting arena thing. I don't know. Not for me, either way.
I put rooftop Gundam fighting game. Gundam is just my like go-to for mech.
Mech. Yeah,
When it's a mech
I've
thing.
realised this because I keep writing mech and you're like, Gundam.
Well, because Gundam's the only game like that I've played. It was
Um,
a Dynasty Warriors Gundam game. I got the platinum trophy.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Had to play 100 online games or kill 1,000 people online or something
fucking
fucking
God.
stupid. It was terrible. But a friend and I spent the afternoon hanging out and doing that. It was good.
Rocked on. Next thing they announced was Left Alive, which was
Yeah.
a cool trailer, but gave zero details or anything about what the game was. Interestingly, when they showed the trailer and they come up with the logo, I'm like, oh, that looks like a Metal Gear Solid logo. Then after the conference, read online, it's being done by the guy who does the art for Metal Gear Solid and stuff like that. So that made sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like when, because that's the one. It started at the end of like a hotel corridor or something, and all the
Yeah,
doors
and I said
exploded in.
I thought it was going to be The Shining, and I thought it was going to be Die Hard, and it was neither.
I didn't think it was going to be either of those things. I didn't know what it was going to be. But yeah, it panned out to like that whole. It might be like post-apocalyptic or city
something,
kind of thing. And then the
Helicopters
names started
going.
coming up. And
Yeah,
I was like,
I don't recognize these names.
I didn't recognize the names, but I was like, this is a very
Important to some.
is-
Yeah.
what I actually thought was like, is this like Konami or something again being like, we've lost Kojima, but look at all these other important names that you might recognize. It makes sense if it's somebody from Metal Gear that's now gone to Square Enix, because it was a Square Enix game.
Well, it's also from the director of Armored Core.
Yeah, that was
the other
thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess
they showed like two. They showed like 2 or 3 names. So it would have been like the guy who did Armored Core and stuff, and then the artist who did Metal Gear, and then I think the third name I don't know, but
Probably
that logo at the end, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's like Metal Gear 2's fucking like case.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't even get. I read it on Twitter on the PlayStation thing or whatever. They tweeted out that it's a survival action shooter. So however you want to
interpret that.
However you want to interpret that. However, those 3 words do give you a little bit more context to what the game could be than the trailer. So, yeah, just run with that. Either way, I'm interested because I was like, like it's got like people behind it. It was a cool looking world, post-apocalyptic. Cool. I'm intrigued. Give me, fucking information, which would be great.
It would.
And then the conference wrapped up with about half an hour of Monster Hunter, and I give 0 fucks about anything to do with Monster Hunter. So unless someone does care about Monster Hunter,
apart from the red controller, you really like that.
Oh yes, I really like the red controller shown for the console. Other than that, I didn't care about anything Monster Hunter.
It was some of the worst moments of translation as well.
You
might think it's early, which I put that in quotes, equals expect patches. Like, means you might think it's early. It's not finished, but we're giving it to you anyway.
They were like, oh, you might think it's early. And I was like, you're announcing a game that's coming out in January. Like, you're giving the release date for it in September. You announced the game in June. You gave the release date in September, and it's coming out in January. And you go, you may think that's early. I say, that's a pretty decent fucking announcement cycle, actually.
I say, that's pretty fucking spot on, Bevan. I would like everybody to do that.
Yeah. I was like, can you do this for games I give a fuck about so I could get excited? Like,
and I announce it at E3, and before E3 next year, it is out.
It's out.
That is the cycle I would be quite happy with. Yeah.
It's the dream cycle.
It doesn't matter if it's like 2 months later, or if it's 11 months later.
It could be literally the day before E3.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it. Then the 5-minute journey speech, which we talked about before, the journey to get PlayStations in every home. That's great.
I couldn't figure out Nerurigante.
No idea.
I couldn't figure that out because it was in a game that I don't know how interested in Japanesey things you are. It was in katakana, which is like this is an English word that we've kind of turned into like Japanese. Like use Japanese characters to turn into a Japanese word, and it's the ones that you go, hey, that kind of sounds like an English word, and I know what it means. Mm-hmm. It's one of those, but I can't figure out what it's supposed to be in English, unless it's just a stupid name that they've made up.
Talking about, I just remembered this for some weird reason. There's a God of War podcast thing you can go listen to. It's got like 10-15 minutes of like there's a point to this. It does relate. There's like
that's
10
all right.
to 15.
I usually give you things that don't
0
relate,
fucks, yeah. So yeah, I can't remember what the podcast is called, but it's like 10 to 15 minutes of like an audio book talking about like background characters in God of War, I think. Then they have like 20 minutes to half an hour of like interviews with the game director and stuff, and it was really interesting. They talk about the language in the game and how it's so it's like supposed to be Norse and shit like that, but instead of doing like a straight, and they made up the language, like so all the characters, it's new, they wanted it to be like something, but instead of just making it like English to their language translation, they translated it into Finnish and then to English. So the only way for people to be able to crack it, like they were saying that Finnish, was it Finnish or was it Iceland? No, it's probably Iceland.
Icelandic?
Icelandic. Yeah, got it. I was trying to think. I'm like, no, that's not right. Icelandic. They were saying Icelandic people will have the easiest time cracking the language in the game because they'll probably know English and Icelandic. So they'll be able to just like kind of translate it from their language to Icelandic and then into English if they want, and then that's it. But if you're English, you'll need to like go online probably to find someone to like translate the words into Icelandic and then back to English so you can understand them.
If it's Icelandic, like Icelandic is notoriously like the hardest language to learn.
Because
like,
they were saying it's like the closest
trying for 20
Norse.
years and not get it.
Yeah. They were saying it's like the closest to, or whatever, it's like Old Norse or New Norse or something. So it's like the closest they can get to the language or anything like that. But I don't know. I found it really interesting that they put this much effort into this fucking language in the game that probably no one will give two fucks about. But the other part, we're going on a God of War side tangent here. The other part they said was that originally they were going to have it so that Kratos couldn't understand a single fucking person in the game. Like, because he goes into a new world and they're all speaking this language, and they were going to make it so the only way he could understand what anyone was saying to him or anything he read was if it's his son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They was going to say that the only way he would understand is, so you'd go talk to a character and the person would be like, da 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 da, whatever they're saying, and then you wouldn't have any idea as the player what the fuck's going on until the son's like, oh, that person just said this. And that's how they started making the game. And then I was like, oh,
that's annoying.
They were like, it felt too like, yeah, like every single time you need to double check. So they said they've mixed it up. They've mixed it up now. So some characters will speak English to you, but then you'll still have some characters that speak the language that Kratos doesn't understand. So then he'll need the son to translate it. I was like, that's cool. That's interesting.
That is pretty awesome.
I like hearing about this.
Did you know that, well, here's something from Wikipedia. Apart from the addition of new vocabulary, written Icelandic has not changed substantially since the 11th century. Which apparently, like this note in Wikipedia says, basically anybody that can read Icelandic can read something from like 1,000 years ago. But people from 1,000 years ago would probably just not understand the context. Like, oh, there's now a word for mobile phone, and they don't understand what a mobile phone is. But otherwise, versus like, I try and read Shakespeare, and I'm like, what the fuck is this cunt on about?
Yeah, it's true.
And that's only that's not even half as far away. He wasn't 500 years ago, was he?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. What, like 300? Maybe?
I'll tell you in just a moment.
17? No, it was like 1800.
Well, 1564 to 1616, apparently.
So 300 plus years.
Yeah, 300. There you go.
What do you mean 300 plus years? What year do you think it is? 1864?
You said 16, didn't you?
I said 1564 to 1616.
400 plus. A lot.
Many years.
Almost 500 years.
It's 400 years since his
Let's
death
wrap up TGS. The last thing they showed was
but we were so close. Why would we bother? We've basically done it.
No, because they showed the best PlayStation commercial I've ever seen in my fucking life.
You didn't talk about the DLC armor haircuts.
Don't care.
And things
Don't care.
And gestures.
The trailer.
Fans of the series are gonna love it because it's been there forever.
Was amazing. I don't know. And that's about it. That's TGS. Let's get a wrap up on your favorite thing, Tom. Favorite thing you saw in the press conference?
Well, it would have to be early 2018 for Dynasty Warriors. If you're putting me on the spot like this, I could also try and find a favorite ludicrous Japanese thing, but
no, I'm putting you on the spot. Ash, what was your favorite thing shown in the conference?
Probably Ni no Kuni, but what was it? Left Alive. That looked pretty good as well.
Left Alive.
Yeah, Left Alive does. I'm intrigued. We don't know if
it's hard to give it
or anything.
It's hard to give that any kind of. Because you're just going off the people involved. Like, it's like a 30-second trailer of CGI trailer. So, my favourite thing was Final Fantasy 9. Like, that being a thing. Even though it left this morning, but I fucking hope so. By the time that I upload this podcast, it better be up.
It's already up on the New Zealand store, so it's going to be up for you.
Look,
if you wanted to
you're in the future.
You could go to the PlayStation Store. It's 20% off. You could buy it right now while we're still doing this, and it'll be downloaded by the time you're finished.
I can be fucking responsible. Somehow wrap up the show with you on it still, and then go buy it after I've finished wrapping up the show.
No, I think everybody wants to hear the clicks.
You're wasting your own time, then. You're going to come bitching to me that you've got to wait for an extra half an hour before it's finished downloading, and I told you should just start it now.
No. You know what, though? I kept looking on PSN profiles like, oh, surely the Final Fantasy 9 trophies will pop soon or something like that. But got nothing. Got fucking nothing.
No, I've not seen anything either.
Anyway,
because we're both looking at and refreshing the same site, which makes sense.
Hashtag every trophy counts for whatever the Final Fantasy 9 trophy list is. Hopefully, I mean, it's probably just the Steam list. I could probably just look that way. Anyway, not important.
Highly likely to be the Steam list, yeah.
Yeah. Let's wrap up this show. Thank you for joining us to talk about the Tokyo Game Show PlayStation conference. It was a Rick-rolling time. That's for sure, lads.
It was a journey.
It was a journey. I don't know.
It was a journey, Ash. You are correct. And now all of us have a PlayStation in our homes.
I have two in my home, so I'm taking one for the team for someone else who can't.
I have purchased two, but I only have one in my house still.
Letting the team down.
Fuck off! I gave the other one to the hospital.
That's true. You did. Listen to good old helping out sick kids over here. Hospital got robbed, didn't it?
Yeah, the hospital got robbed. Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking cunts. Die in hell, whoever you are. If you're listening.
You're stealing from
PlayStations
kids.
Donated.
Yeah, they fucking some sick fucks stealing from. Ash, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Ashley Hobley, ASHLEYHOBLEY.
Thomas, where can the people find you?
You can find me trophy hunting on the PlayStation Store. I'm looking at the Solus project, which is kind of intriguing. It's got a platinum trophy. It's only like $25 a VR thing. I'm going to have to watch the video on that to see if it is any good. But
yes, I don't think I've. Oh yes, I looked this up. I was like, I don't know if I want to.
No.
No, well, I was like, if it's like a you can't miss any of the trophies, but I think it's like an open planet and you have to like walk around here. So I'm like, is it going to be like a shit ton of collectibles and missable shit and whatever the fuck else?
Probably.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I could be intrigued. Tell me if you've tried it. TomDaBomb89, TomDabom89.
I'm glad we got there eventually. You can follow me on Twitter at VivaLadil. Don't forget to follow the Explosion Network on Twitter at ExplosionPod and head to explosionnetwork.com for all the lovely videos and find our YouTube at bit.ly/explosionnetwork for our E3. No, fuck. I wish it was E3. That'd be bad time. It'd be better than this shit. Our Tokyo Game Show reacts videos that me and Ash are going to shit out. And you look like you want to say one last thing, Tom. You fucking motherfucker.
Well, of course I do. You didn't ask me if I had anything to contribute, and I managed to wrap Solus up. But 36 Fragments of Midnight, have you seen anything about that?
No.
Like, it's a Switch game, and it's apparently quite terrible, but it's got like 11 golds and a platinum. And it's something, the game itself you can finish inside 6 minutes, apparently. So that could be a goer. But from what I've seen about it, it's like $30 or something on Switch, which would be like $60 or $70 for us, which is far too much. So I'm intrigued to see when it comes out, because the trophy list, it's on PSN profiles, but only for Vita. No PS4. So,
well, I'm not paying $60 for it. I can tell you that right now.
I'm not either, but hopefully it is easy, and it'll be $10 at some point, and
if I see it on sale,
4 golds and a platinum.
I'll pay $10-15 for a 6-minute platinum.
Yeah,
that's how much every trophy. Hashtag every trophy counts.
That's how much every trophy counts.
$25.
Is it? Have you found it?
No, you said $25, didn't you?
Huh?
I'm just saying that's how much every trophy counts. $25.
Oh, yeah.
Or probably divide by 13. So.
Good night, everyone.
Math.
Bye. Have a lovely time. Morning, afternoon, whatever time. Bye. Friendly neighborhood ad read Dylan here. On November 4th, the Explosion Network will be taking part in Extra Life, playing and streaming 24 hours of games to raise money for the Sick Kids International Hospital in Toronto. The crew will be together under one roof doing ridiculous challenges each time we hit a fundraising milestone, and it's all for the kids. So come help out. Head over to explosionnetwork.com/extralife for all the details, times, and suggest any challenges, goals, or games you'd like to see us play. Watch our Extra Life video. It's up on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Share it on your own social media. Don't forget to hit that like button and get the word around so we can help raise some good dollars and see us do some ridiculous stuff. Don't forget our weekly podcasts. Pleasure Explosion on Monday, Platinum Explosion on Tuesdays, and Grandstand Gurus goes up every Thursday, and they all go live at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Plat plat.